In recent years, the topic of whether certain books should be or shouldn't be in the school systems, it's been a debate for a long time. Now, some of the most challenged books in the U.S. include George Orwell's 1984 and To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. News 19's Crystal Flintrop joins us now. So, Crystal, you spoke with people on both sides of the discussion to learn more about the effort. Tell us.
That's right. I had the chance to speak with a Wisconsin chapter of Moms for Liberty and a representative with PEN America. Both organizations have been involved with either removing or restricting books in Wisconsin schools or advocating to keep certain titles on the shelves. Just a warning, some sexual-related content may be referenced.
It begs the question, what is the point of having this type of material in a classroom and in a school setting?
A question many parents, educators, and community members have increasingly asked over the past few years as they reevaluate what children are reading in schools.
We send kids to school to be educated, not indoctrinated, and also we don't send them there for therapy, and we don't send them there to learn every fact about the birds and the bees.
Recently, there has been an effort to remove or restrict what is considered inappropriate materials from schools. Between 2021 and 2023, PEN America recorded 5,894 instances of book bans across 41 states and 247 public school districts.
Most often, books being removed include LGBTQ plus characters or are authored by our LGBTQ plus authors. There are also many books that are targeted that are written by authors of color or talk about topics of race and racism or include characters of color. We also have seen an increasing effort to ban books with sex or any sexual experience that is in the books, including sexual health and well-being.
PEN America defines a book ban as any action against a book based on content that leads to a previously accessible book being either completely removed from availability to students or where access to a book is restricted or diminished. And according to their records, there were more than 3,000 book bans in 2023, including 43 in Wisconsin. Some banned or restricted books include This Book is Gay by Juno Dawson and Genderqueer, a memoir by Mia Kobabe.
Genderqueer is a book with detail. Probably one of the worst things about it is the artwork. It is a graphic novel. It features strap-on dildos. It shows sexual situations. It talks about oral sex, shows imagery of oral sex.
Johnson says not all titles should be available to students of all ages.
A small child under the age of 5 will believe pretty much anything an adult tells them. If you start to suggest certain things, I think that we could impair the development of a child.
Some argue it can be beneficial to have this literature available to students.
Giving kids and teens access to a wide range of information is not the danger here. Censorship is the danger. So when we see books that are being removed that may touch on difficult topics, books are one of the safest ways for young people to encounter and understand difficult situations. They're incredible resources for offering, windows for self-reflection and for understanding one's own identity, as well as, doors to understand others with different lived experiences than the reader oneself.
Locally, there are efforts to be an educational resource for the community while celebrating these banned books.
We celebrate banned books all year round because we believe that oftentimes the books that are being banned are some of our best works of literature. Not always, but oftentimes. And so we just want to raise an awareness about what types of books are being banned or challenged somewhere in the United States so that when people hear about a new book being banned or challenged, they kind of think about it more and they think, oh my gosh, one of my favorite books was banned or challenged, so maybe I should pause and think more in depth about why this book is being banned or challenged.
I'll say regardless of your stance on banning or restricting books, parents and guardians should be aware of what's being taught to their children in the classroom. In this process of removing or restricting a book, parents and community members typically bring a list of titles they're concerned about to district leaders, who then make the decision to remove a book from the school, restrict it to a certain grade level, or needing parent permission to check out a book.
Okay, thank you, Crystal. Now, you can learn more about this story by going to our news app. You can also find this story on our website, WXOW.com.